everyone, my name's Bryony and I'm a doctor of chiropractic, and I just wanted to take a few moments just to explain a bit more about my story and why I became a chiropractor. So I came across chiropractic by complete mistake. So I was given a voucher by my lovely mother for a sports massage with a sports therapist, and then it also included a spinal assessment with a chiropractor afterwards. So I didn't know what a chiropractor was, didn't think I needed a spine assessment, but went along to this appointment anyway. So I sat down with this chiropractor. They started asking me a little bit more about my history, and I talked to them about some of the issues that I was having, like just general tension in the tops of my shoulders going into my neck that I thought was completely normal from working a desk-based job, and then also I was getting daily headaches. Now, same day I'd actually seen my GP about the headaches, and they had prescribed me antidepressants to start taking. Now, I didn't really want to start taking the antidepressants because I know that they're quite a strong drug, and also I was already on a whole cocktail of other medication for a condition I have called Crohn's disease. So for those of you who are unaware, Crohn's disease is an autoimmune condition which causes inflammation and ulceration anywhere within your GI tract or your gastrointestinal system. Now, my Crohn's had been quite problematic, so I was quite young to be diagnosed. I was about 16, nearly 17, and I think I'd had it for about 4 years without realising. So what this means is that I had lots of areas where I had high inflammation and lots of ulceration and caused quite a bit of damage. So they did the usual, where they started me off on the lowest level of medication available until within the first few months I'd quickly worked my way up until I was on the strongest level of medication available for my height and weight. And unfortunately that wasn't making much of a difference. So I also, within my first year, had multiple courses of steroids, and then I'd actually had to undergo surgery in the end because I had an area within my intestines which was so badly damaged that there was no way that my body was able to repair itself. So they cut out 20 centimetres of my intestines. Unfortunately, even after all these drastic measures, still wasn't having much relief. So I then started, on top of my oral medication that I was taking, I then started to have an intravenous drug where I went into hospital every single month, and I had an IV drip in my arm for about 3 hours at a time. Wasn't too pleasant. But that's where I was at when I had seen this chiropractor. So I really liked the idea that the chiropractor could help me, particularly with my headaches and my neck and shoulder tension without me having to take any more drugs. So I started having regular treatment, and within the first probably 3 or 4 weeks, I noticed that my tension had completely gone from my shoulders. I didn't have as many headaches. I was much more alert. I had less fatigue, and I was able to sleep much better as well. I just generally felt much better in myself. So when my chiropractor told me about a job that became available working in one of the clinics on the front desk, I jumped at the chance because I loved the treatment that I was getting. It meant that I could get continued free treatment, which was a huge bonus. And it also meant that I was able to learn a bit more about chiropractic and about holistic health in general. So what was probably about 4 to 6 months after I'd first started chiropractic and was having these regular adjustments, I noticed that my symptoms for my Crohn's had reduced so significantly. I was able to finish a meal, which meant that I didn't have to stop halfway through because I was in so much pain. I didn't have to rush off to the bathroom after I'd eaten. I wasn't feeling as nauseous, I wasn't getting as much bloating or cramping, and generally I had much more energy and just felt so much better in myself, which was amazing. So much to my consultant's disapproval, and I do not recommend this for anybody because it was very foolish, but I was young and foolish at the time, but I decided to come off of all of the medication that I was on because I felt so much better. So my consultant wasn't very impressed and sent me for a follow-up colonoscopy to make sure that my Crohn's hadn't got out of control. For the first time ever, my colonoscopy came back and it was completely clear of any inflammation and ulceration, which was amazing. So this is the point that I really realised there's actually much more to chiropractic than just neck pain, back pain and headaches like I'd thought. It actually has a huge impact on the whole of our body and all the different systems. So it's my own personal experience that really enlightened me to the possibilities of chiropractic and made me want to be a chiropractor myself. Not only this, but when I was working as a clinic assistant, working on the front desk, I saw so many people coming in and out of the clinic with similar situations where maybe they had extreme pain, or maybe they had different issues like maybe blood pressure or thyroid, and they were able to reduce or come off of their medication, controlled and slowly recommended by the doctors, or maybe they were just able to live their lives much easier. So it's this combination of my own experience and what I saw with all these different clients coming in and out, which made me decide that actually I wanted to become a chiropractor myself and help people just like it had helped me.